y'all. Thank you so much for checking in to another episode of Till Lies Do Us Part. My name is Jessie Woo. I'm your sister. And I'm about to give Symone Redwine a call because we have got a really good letter from one of y'all this week. So let me go ahead and give Symone a call. Hold on. Hey, Symone.
Hey, girl, hey.
How you doing?
Hey, girl, hey. Sorry, girl, it's the pollen. It's the pollen. Forgive me. I'm good. How are you, honey?
No, I'm doing good. So first and foremost, you got to introduce yourself to the people just in case it's their first time watching Till Lies Do Us Part.
Hey, y'all. I'm your legal bestie, Attorney Symone, and I love using the law to help people protect themselves and inform themselves. So,
Period. Okay, so with that being said, let's get into this week's letter. It comes from a young lady by the name of Sherry. So she says, "Hi, ladies. I love this new series that you guys have going on so much that I decided to write in hopes that you can help us fellow sister out. My name is Sherry, and I have been dating a man named Fred for the past couple of months. He's really a nice guy, but he seems very secretive about his life, getting very frustrated when I ask him about his background. Can y'all help me, please?" Okay, Sherry, we would love to help you out. You have all her info, right? I did send
I
you.
do. I do. Oh, I gotta warn you. I'm sore. Sorry, I know I sound like a man. My allergies are strepto. I don't know what I have. I don't think it's contagious, but
Girl,
it's
is it pollen?
yes, it's all of
Okay.
that. It's
I
all
had a
up and
bad
through
pollen
me.
attack, so I feel you on that. I was down bad for like a
Yes.
week.
Yeah, this is devastating. But we gotta
Yeah.
help Sherry because I
Yes.
saw her little picture. She seems cute,
Yeah, she does.
and yeah, she seems cute. And she put his little all his little background info in there, right? I think I got the date of birth and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So let's hop on it.
While you're hopping on that, let's go ahead and give her a phone call so
Okay.
we can get some more details from her and go ahead and help Sherry out.
Yeah, we need that backstory because the thing
Yeah.
of it is we just want to make sure, that it's one of those people who has good intentions that, they're
Yeah.
not like a stalker
Right.
themselves or
Right.
any weird thing. I mean, she sounds fine, but you gotta lay eyes on them
No,
sometimes.
no, seriously. Okay, cool. So we'll give
All right,
her a
let's do it.
call. Let's do it now. Before we give Sherry a call, just so you guys know, if you would like a chance to be on the next episode of Till Lies Do Us Part, all you have to do is fill out Symone Redwine's form, which is in the description box. All right. And we're going to be asking you several questions to make sure that we can screen you and make sure that, listen, we actually can help you. All right. So we look forward to seeing you in the next episode of Till Lies Do Us Part. The description box will have that form for you to fill out. All right? Okay. All right. So thank you so much for picking up the phone, Sherry. Thank you so much and welcome to Till Lies Do Us Part. We did receive your letter. And in your email, you did state that you've been dating your boyfriend Fred for the past couple months, but he tends to be very secretive about like his personal life, and you just want to know like what's happening, what's going on. It just kind of seems like he's not really what he seems to be. Can you like tell us, okay, how did you all start dating?
Yeah.
I'm going to use the word dating loosely. So I
Okay.
know him from I know him from my job. We don't work together, but he's basically like a third party affiliate.
Okay.
So I see him Monday through Friday every week for the most part. There was some flirting going on, but I want to say like last year sometime I was in a relationship, but it ended. And so him and I, we talked back and forth or whatever. And so I did let him know that I was no longer in a relationship. He gave me
Okay.
his number. So that's how that started.
Okay, so
Okay.
he gives you his number, you guys exchange numbers, and like have you guys been going out? Has he been like, taking like whining and dining you? Like what's the experience
No,
been like?
I would say whining and dining. So basically, when we first started talking, it was the basic conversation. Um, I was trying to get, some questions answered. Got a few. Um, I will say that typically he's not my type of guy. He is a bit rough around the edges, and so I, I think
How
that was
how
one of
how
the
how
reasons.
how rough are we talking?
So he's I don't he's kind of hood.
Okay, okay,
He's
okay.
kind of
Listen,
hood,
listen.
and I mean no judgment
No,
whatsoever.
listen. We've all did a little hood, did a little hood.
Your girl is persistent, she ain't stopping, man. She say she want a hood.
But go ahead.
But yeah, just different. I'm used to more polished type of guy, but I liked his energy. I like his personality, so that's what piqued my interest. But back to your question, I won't say that there's like any whining or dining involved, but because, like I said, he was rough. He's rough around the edges. I didn't want to get into a relationship with him, so we did. We just pretty much talked in the beginning, and then we did start having sex. And so I know, Jesse. I know. I know,
Now,
and
sister,
I know.
but was it good?
It was,
Okay.
yes, it was. Which is why I'm in the
Well,
predicament I'm in right now.
Okay. Okay.
Hard to walk away. But
Okay.
it was my intentions to just have that, as our involvement, and we were both fine with that. But he wants to get more involved, and so that's why I've been, trying to do my background, and
more involved. Sorry, I'm hoarse, so I'm sick.
it's
But
okay.
doesn't he? I mean, I feel like he should take you to Applebee's before he asks for that. Like, he wants to be more involved, but it doesn't sound like he may be courting you as actively as
He's
you'd
not.
like.
No, he's not.
Okay. And do you guys live in the same city?
No.
Okay. I didn't think so. Like,
Are
how
you guys
far
in the same
apart are
state?
the two of you?
Yeah.
Um, it's not that far. Like, I want to say like maybe a 20-minute drive.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I consider that like a suburb. Okay. I thought you meant like different states.
Well, technically, it is a different state.
Okay.
Oh,
Gotcha.
Without saying too much, I guess I'm in
Yeah.
Illinois. He's in Indiana.
Okay. Gotcha.
but it's still a
Gotcha.
20-minute drive.
Yeah, give or take. Yeah.
So, in your mind, you're thinking if we're only 20 minutes apart, you want to get involved, but like Simone said, you're not even taking me down to the Applebee's. You're not even taking me down to the Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity. What's really happening?
Well, I think that's probably my fault in the beginning because I was the one that suggested that we only had a sexual, intimate situation.
I'm doing
So,
some research as you're talking, so forgive me. Keep
okay,
going.
yeah, no problem. And so I guess that just for him made it seem as if, okay, well, that wouldn't, involve anything more. I
Okay.
should
And
have been
so,
more clear. Like, yeah, even though we're only doing the do, you can still,
right.
take it out. Like,
Where
but
would y'all do this do? Like, would it be like in his work truck or like,
no, my house.
oh, I'm just curious, like an established location? He at least got a room or went to your
No, it's
house?
my home.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. All right. We got something there.
Have
But
you
there's not a
noticed,
lot of
like,
spending the night and things like that. So
you said what?
there's not a lot of spending the night.
Okay. Okay. So it's kind of wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Hmm.
Period. Do
Yeah.
you have, because in your writing you said you feel that he's being very secretive about his life. Why do you feel that? Have you asked him certain questions and the responses have been weird?
Yeah. So in the beginning, I asked him if there was anyone that considered them in a relationship or dating. He said no. But with that, I don't really trust that going off the gate anyway because people lie. But I
Okay.
tried to give him the benefit of the doubt. He said no, so I tried to trust that. He has children, so baby mamas are involved. Um, I
How
have
many
some.
kids?
He has five. He has
Okay.
adult children, and yes, and then he has
Does he have any younger kids?
a 4-year-old.
A 4 year.
Oh,
I asked
Mm.
him
okay.
about the relationship between um, the mother of his 4-year-old, and I don't know if he was having a bad day that day, but he was not having it. It was basically in so many words, this is not your business. You have overstepped your boundaries. And
What
I was a
What did you
bit
ask?
thrown off about that.
What did you
I,
ask him?
I asked if they had a cordial co-parenting relationship.
What's wrong with asking about that?
Right. I'm
Uh,
confused.
I don't think there's anything wrong with asking that question. I've never had anybody feel that that was an issue before. But yeah, he was a bit thrown off by my question, and it was just like basically he told me that wasn't my business. So
okay.
Okay. Well, Simone, I know you've already been pulling his information, but based on some of the information that you just gave us, we just want to do just a little more
Yeah.
research. Okay, and we'll give you a call back as soon as we pull all the information that we need to let you know exactly who it is that you're dealing with, okay? So
okay,
just give us a bit and we'll tap back in with you. Okay?
great, thank you.
Simone was able to pull a lot of information about
Oh,
Mr.
Lord.
Fred. So hold on. Are you wearing your hair looks so nice? Is that a pixie cut or is that a wig?
It's a pixie.
Oh, so hold
And
on to
thank
your pixie.
you.
That looks great. Hold on to your pixie
Yeah.
because all right. Now do you want to say anything before we start pulling all these records for you to see, Sherry? Any final
Anything you
O-
want to
comments?
add?
So I will say that I did do background research when we first started talking. So there are some things that I do know about him, and he did open up to me about some things.
Like what?
Yeah.
So I Googled him as soon as I knew his last name. And there was a news article about some involvement, but this happened when he was like in his 20s.
Okay.
He was shot. Another person was involved, and I think it was related to drugs.
Okay,
What
so
Um,
did he say?
I'm sorry.
And
what
when you
details?
asked him about it, what did he say?
He didn't mention anything about it, about what the entire situation was, what it was related to, but he did say that he had been shot when he was in his early 20s.
Mm.
Okay.
So he
I
was
mean,
mum about the details.
Right.
right.
Yeah, I didn't get any details about it. And he also told me that, he has served some time
Okay. For what?
that was related to drugs.
Okay.
Okay, so he was a little Frank Lucas.
Not, he wasn't that
Lord, I
good.
hope not.
No, he wasn't that good.
Never
All
mind.
right. So once again, guys, I'm still hoarse, but I'll go ahead. It sounds like you know about most of what's there. So I'll go ahead and I'll talk about it and we'll skim some of the cases. He has a really long record, honestly, and it takes forever to redact.
Oh,
So
God.
I'll just go ahead and tell you it starts in the 90s. There was sales of cannabis. There's distribution. He did serve some time as well in the state penitentiary. They were for drugs. But he's also, it's interesting that you said that he's a bit short tempered. He also was sentenced for
Mm.
battery. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. All right, so he's got some older stuff on there, but I'm going to kind of skim through that quickly because it sounds like you know about it. From what I'm seeing here, this chart is starting at 2002. There was a misdemeanor there that was ultimately dismissed. We don't care about that. In 2008, he had a possession of cannabis, 10 to 30 grams. It was still a misdemeanor level. And I believe he got some form of a probation for that one. Prior to that, in 1997, he got knowingly damaging property. I believe he got in an argument with somebody and tore their stuff up. So he's got a little temper. In 1996, he has a battery. Now, it was so old, honestly, I couldn't tell, was it battery on a girlfriend? Was it a fight at the club? I'll tell you this. Battery is usually domestic. If it's a fight at the club, it's not usually a battery. That's usually other forms of assault. So more than likely, this is a household member or intimate partner, but I just wasn't able to confirm because it was from 1996. Then in 95, he has resisting arrest from a police officer. He got into it with a cop. In 94, more battery. It's not the same battery as before. In 94, he was 27. He battered one person then, and then he battered somebody else when he was 29. Now, these are just the batteries he's been arrested for and sentenced for. These are not the batteries where you punch somebody at the club and you go on home. So keep that in mind.
Also, there's no telling how many other times he's battered someone and they just didn't report it.
Correct. He also, 1994, there was the battery, but then there was also controlled substance unauthorized possession. He received 1 year in prison for that. It was a 4th degree felony. He served his sentence, and then he has another where this one was a class 1 felony. So instead of a 4th degree, a class 1 felony, and received 6 years. That one was manufacturing drugs and delivery. He's been busy. Then more recently, though, like 2017, this one was interesting. 2017, that one was just a traffic one, but it referenced parole. I was trying to get an idea of when he got off of parole, but I believe in that state, they referenced parole that was in reference to the traffic punishment. Basically, it looked like for that, what they're calling parole is they withheld judgment, basically deferred adjudication. They probably gave him a time period where if he doesn't have any other tickets, it would wipe off of his record. So that's what that's related to. Again, the 2008 was the possession of cannabis. There's some repetition here. Traffic, we don't care about that. Don't care about that.
So far, what do you think about what you're hearing, Sherry?
I mean, it's not far off from what he told me, but I just didn't know that any of this, was happening as recent as 2017 and
Right.
yeah. And
Well,
I
17 was the
feel
traffic.
like
17
that,
was the traffic offense.
okay, but
Yeah.
the battery incident, I knew nothing about that.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
had no idea that he was having DV cases.
No.
Yeah. And there's 2 of those. So from that, we're going to go ahead and let me see, which one do I want to go to next? Give me a second. I'm going to shift over. So that's the gist of what I saw and had concerns about. On the
That's
criminal side.
basically his criminal background, right, Symone?
Right.
Okay.
Correct. Okay. So then I did a little digging into debts and those kinds of things. He really I didn't see any debts aside from there was an eviction. Now, this was from 2009, so of course that was a while ago. But we're gonna blur out some of this information so she's able to see it. But you guys in the audience, if you can't see it clearly, that's on purpose.
Yeah.
I want you to pay close attention to the names here. This is him, and this is a
Okay,
woman.
you're showing
Are
me.
are you showing that, Simone?
Oh, yeah, I am. Oh, you can't see it? Okay, let me
No.
No,
switch my
I.
screen. Oh, gotcha. Okay, I'll switch the screen.
We're still looking at the criminal side.
Oh, good. Okay, well, that's actually good. So let me switch. Okay, so what I have here, I did the financials. Now, I was surprised there weren't a lot of debts. He also doesn't seem like the kind of man who probably has a lot of credit cards or maybe credit at all. But what I found here is it was back in 2009. He had an eviction. Now, what I want you to pay close attention to, we don't care about the '09, but what we are paying attention to is the names for the tenants. So this is his name, and this is a woman's name. So I want you continue, pay attention to her name. We'll be back to it. So I'm going to switch up. I'm going to share another record. So I was like, huh, okay. I saw that those two names. I wanted to get an idea of what's the status of his relationship with that woman. So then this popped up. Excuse me. So after they got evicted, a few years later in 2012, they bought a house together. And for you guys in the audience, it's going to be blurry on purpose,
Yeah.
right? So the two of them bought a house together. And I'm like, oh, okay. Now, what I love about deed records is that when you buy a home with another person, they make you list the relationship. And that's because in most states, if you buy it as husband and wife, there could be community property issues, or if a bank's going to foreclose, you can't foreclose on a lot of states if it's husband and wife. Half of it is her property, so you have to foreclose on the both, or maybe you can't foreclose on the husband if they didn't agree to the second mortgage, whatever. So here, what you'll say is it's their two names, and I noticed, okay, it doesn't say husband and wife. Pardon me. Which likely means at the time they bought the house, they were not, oh, no, no. Sorry, it does say husband and wife.
Wait, so
If
say
you
that
look up
again.
here at the top, huh?
Say that again.
Oh, so if you look at the top, it says their names. It says this indenture. Witness that these two people, John Thomas and Carlotta Thomas, sold their home basically to two other people who are, quote, husband and wife. That's your boyfriend and his wife. Now, they were married as of 2012. So
Cherry,
I
did he
said,
ever tell you that he was married?
No, I specifically asked him if he'd ever been married. He told me no. Now I have been married.
never?
I'm divorced, so I opened up to him about that. So that was one of the things that I asked him about. He told me he's never been married.
Why lie about never being married?
Why
Yes,
lie? Why lie about something like that? So obviously he's just been lying. He's a pathological liar, but he definitely has been married. He bought a home with his wife, as Simone
right.
just was able to pull up. Now, go ahead and
And that
continue.
was 13 years ago,
Yeah.
right? So I was like, okay, maybe they're divorced. Let's see the status. So here's the status. This is, girl, sorry.
It's okay.
This is the tax records for this year.
I'm scared.
Okay.
Me too.
Still together.
Uh-huh.
They still together in the shack. They're in a little shack. I mean, it probably looks great inside. I'm sure it's got a nice little leather sofa and a Domino's table. But as you see here under owner, it says the two of those same names, husband and wife.
Yes,
Wow.
sir. Yes, it does.
H&W, husband and wife. She paid him taxes on that house. He paid him taxes on that house. So have you ever been to his house?
No.
Now we know why. Now we know why.
It's giving the juke joint from Sinners.
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure.
My Lord.
Oh, for sure.
So this is from this year, Symone?
Yeah. Look at the date.
Oh, it
One,
does say right there.
this,
January
yeah, this
25th.
is this year.
Oh my.
So so Sherry, again, so Sherry, again, when you asked him if he were married or had ever been married, what did he say?
He said no.
See, I'm used to men
Very
lying
clear,
and
cut,
saying
dry
I'm
answer.
divorced.
No.
Wait, repeat that, Sherry?
I said that was his very clear answer. No.
And what were you saying, Simone?
Yeah, I was saying I'm used to men that, have been married before and they'll lie and say, I was married, I was married, but I'm divorced. Because generally it's easy to find out if they were married at some point. Fairly easy. But he didn't even lie and say he was divorced.
Yeah.
So he lies about things he don't even need to lie about.
Right. He's lying about his background. He's lying about being married. Who knows what else he's lying about? I mean, thank goodness you have been keeping your distance from him, because God only knows, like, if you were in a serious relationship and you were making plans for the future and whole time this man is
Yeah.
married. What are your thoughts, Sherry?
I'm pissed. I've been having sex with this man.
It's always the best with prisoners. So I've heard. So I've heard. That's how they got their own TV show. Love After Lockup. They be loving them women down, honey. They love them down. And that makes sense. I mean, it's common courtesy. You ain't got no money, at least give me a little dick.
Yeah. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, the best sex I've had is from somebody who was homeless, who was looking for somewhere to live. So, I mean, all jokes aside, Sherry, obviously this is not the news that you would have hoped to hear, and we're really sorry
No,
to have to
no,
deliver
it's
it to
not.
you.
And I feel like we are too old to be playing games like this.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
old. He is too old for this.
He
Yeah.
is really old to be
He is
doing
an
this.
old
Yeah.
ass man.
And the thing is, like, I know some older men, they will be unhappily married for a long time. And the reason they give is cheaper to keep her, don't want to split
Hmm.
assets, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. Sir, you don't got nothing.
He has
You don't got
nothing.
nothing.
He
You
has
got nothing
nothing.
to
He has
split for her to take. Nothing.
This man is about to be in his 60s. So, yeah, way too old to be playing these types of games. Sherry, I mean, this is the part where we ask you, do you plan on staying with him or do you plan on parting? This is all till lies do us part. This man obviously has been lying to you. So, what are your thoughts on either continuing a relationship or parting ways?
This is a very easy decision to make. I am done.
Yeah.
And luckily, I'm not heavily involved like that. So, yeah, it's not
And
worth it.
also,
Now, yeah, and we did see two batteries. So our question's going to be, are you going to tell him you even know? Or are you just going to leave
I think she
quietly?
shouldn't. I think she shouldn't.
Maybe
I
the,
No,
think she shouldn't.
I'm not gonna mention it.
No.
And leaving quietly, I don't want to just like ghost him. Something will come up that'll
yeah,
give you a reason to walk away.
Yeah.
you could just be busy. The
Yeah.
next
Yeah,
time he asks you to rendezvous, tell him you're on your period. Tell him you're on your period every time. That'll get him. Or will
Yeah.
it?
Tell him you
yeah.
got endometriosis or some shit like that. It's yeah, like
BD. BD,
yeah,
tell him it's stinky down there.
yeah. No, literally.
I would
Like
guy him
you're
enough where he'll wanna leave me alone.
okay.
You what?
But
What'd you say,
yeah,
Sherry?
I can't. I said I'll do something to annoy him enough where he'll want to leave me alone.
That's a
Period.
good one too. That's nice and healthy. Then they'll feel like, yeah, it was totally their decision too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want him to leave thinking you got stinky puss.
Right.
Not the note you want to leave on.
Not that that's ever stopped a man. Okay, if we're being honest. But no, definitely, I agree with your decision. You should definitely part ways, and you don't have to release any of the information that you just learned today. This is about your safety first and foremost, like, we have no idea what he's capable of. We, like Symone provided us, he does have a certain history, and you just can get away scot-free peacefully and move on. You're a beautiful woman. You got you a
Thank
nice
you.
little pixie cut. Go down to the bar and find you a real man, point blank, period.
We wish you the best of luck. And
Yes.
for those
Thank
watching,
you
don't
so
forget,
much.
absolutely, don't forget you guys can use the link below to write in if you'd like to come on the show and get results revealed to you.
Period. The description box will have the link for you to join our next episode of Till Lies Do Us Part. Sherry, we actually will be keeping in touch. We will
Yes.
keep in touch and reach out to you within 90 days to
Okay.
see what's the update with you and Mr. Fred, child. But until then, everybody, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next Till Lies Do Us Part.